On March 28, 2025, my principal, Ms. Walker at Dobie Middle School, gave all staff a fun activity. Here she wrote, "Happy Friday and Happy Pride Week." Here's a little competition to end the week. Count the rainbow. Stop by my office during your morning planning period to guess the number of rainbow skittles in the container. One guess per staff member. First place winner gets a bag of skittles, a gift card, and a bragging rights. Second and third place winners will also receive a prize. All entries must be submitted by the end of fall period. Happy Pride! Can you guess it? How many candies in the container? Write your answer in the comment. Give you a hint. Thinking about value. Before you guess, let me introduce you some useful information. How do you know this figure is called triangular prism? Because it has the base, looks like triangle. And we have the 3D height, and triangle has a 2D height. So the volume equal uppercase B multiply height. And we know the uppercase B is A equal 1/2 of the base times height. So we are going to use the base is 4 centimeter. The height is 3 centimeter. So 1/2 multiply 4 multiply 3. And the 3D height multiply 15. Then we get 90 cubic centimeter. And how do you know this figure is called triangular pyramid? A pyramid has one point at top, and there's a base is the shape of the triangle. That's what we call triangular pyramid. And there's a special relationship. A pyramid has 1/3 of the value of a prism with a congruent base and height. How do we figure out the value? We have the formula 1/3 uppercase multiply height. And this is a 3D shape. Triangle, the base is 2D. So we are going to figure out the area of the triangle is 1/2 base times height. And the base is 8 inch and the height is 3 inch. So we put into the formula. Then we multiply the 3D height, 17. We get 68 cubic centimeter. Alright, let's continue to learn. How do you know this figure is called rectangular prism? Based on previous we learned it, so we know the base is the shape of the rectangle. That's we call rectangular prism. And we want to figure out the value. We have the formula uppercase B multiply height. And the uppercase B is the base of the rectangle. And the rectangle's formula A equal base times height. So we have the base 16, we have the height 9. And multiply height is a 3D height 4. So let's put all the information into the formula. V equals 16 times 9 times height 4. We get 576 cubic centimeter. Okay, we have one more to learn. How do you know this figure? The name is called rectangular pyramid. Base previous we learned it. Yeah, you should know it now. The base, the shape is a rectangle. And the pyramid, we have a top, the vertex, and it has a special relationship. A pyramid has 1/3 of the value of a prism with a congruent base and height. So we are going to figure out the value. The formula is 1/3 uppercase B multiply height. And the uppercase B, we know the base rectangle. And the rectangle area is base times height. The base we have 10 centimeter. The height is 2D high, 6 centimeter. Then we are going to multiply 15 is 3D high from the bottom all the way to the ceiling. Okay, so the value is 1/3. 10 times 6 times 15. We get 300 cubic centimeter. And the area of the rectangle is base times height, or sometimes we say length times width. It's a 2D. You are doing good. Okay, let's learn some more. So we are going to learn volume and area's definition. Volume is the amount of space taken up by an object or the amount of space occupied by any three-dimensional 3D solid. This solid can be a cube, a cone, a cylinder, or sphere. Volume is measured in cubic unit. For example, cubic centimeter. The area is the amount of space occupied by a 2D dimensional figure. For example, square, triangle, rectangle, trapezoid, circle. Area is measured in square unit. For example, square centimeter. Wow, we have learned a lot and you are doing very good. So let's recap. Rectangular area is base times height, or length times width is a 2D. So the formula we write down A equal length times width, or base times height. Next, rectangular prism value V equal uppercase B multiply height. So it's a 3D shape, and the V equal uppercase B is length times width is the area of the rectangle, and the height is a 3D height. So we can write length times width times height. Be smarter every day. I love you the way I love myself. Thanks for learning math with me.